Welcome to this wide maze of life.
And we are back with some more Persona Q on Nintendo 3DS. So in the last video we did a few requests, and the one prior to that we did the exact same thing. Now the main reason I've been doing it is well, I haven't really done any of the side requests in any of the videos so far. So I thought I'd better get some in there to just show you guys how they work and so on. So they're all different. Some require you to go back into the Labyrinth, some are just strolls. Now I guess we'll do another one now, because I do want to get to level 50 first. I know I said I'll continue on with the story for this video, but I thought I may as well get another video out of this series and try and get to level 50 in this. Now we'll go back into the nurse's office, but then again I may actually upload this on the same day as the final Labyrinth, where we will face that Guardian. But anyway, there was a request that caught my eye a moment ago. Let's just hope I remember the name of it. Alright, I think this was the one, please escort us. Now we get just under 10,000 experience points, so that's going to be pretty useful. So I guess we'll take this for now. Are you sure you would like to accept this quest? Yes please, I'm not sure which one we could do with it, but I guess I'll check it out afterwards.
Ever since coming to this world, I've worked non-stop on healing, research, requests, and going to stalls. My sister has been stuck in the Velvet Room as well. Oh, what pitiful lives we sisters lead. Wink. What pitiful lives we sisters lead.
Alright, Elizabeth continues stealing a glance at you.
That is why I have decided to take some time off to fully appreciate this culture festival. I wish to have you as our guide. Still, such desire cannot be held back for long. If you leave this request be for too long, then my sister and I will sadly go about our wild merrymaking. That is why, if you are curious what the reward will be, I suggest that you complete it sooner rather than later.
Alright, so a lot of requests we've been doing recently do require time limits. Because we're doing them straight away, it doesn't really matter. Alright, try talking to Elizabeth by selecting the stroll option from the menu. Alright, looks like we're going to be having a stroll here. Also, it looks as though this, oh yeah, time limit, so yeah, we know about that. Alright, cool, so I guess we'll do that one, and we'll see if we can have another one here we can go with. Defeat the dull FOE within the Evil Spirit Club. I'm not sure if we're actually ready to fight this, we probably are, but it may be a testy one. Allow me to test your skills. I think this is where we actually... You can fight Elizabeth in this game. She wants to test our abilities. So I've done it once already, but she wants to do it again, so that could be the one. Alright, obtain an evil eye, investigate the Greek Date Cafe. Alright, I guess we'll do this one first, and then we'll come back and see which one to choose from there, because I really have no idea, so I guess I'll give that a think. In the middle of this stroll we'll be taking. Alright, so we're the guide tour here. Alright, so this one could be pretty interesting. Alright, so we only have one stroll available. Okay, so in front of the fortune teller on the 3rd floor. After you talked to Elizabeth, she went to go get Margaret.
Pardon the wait. I went to fetch my sister.
Alright, this is cool. Hopefully they use voice acting throughout this whole stroll, because during the strolls you never actually get any voice acting. We may get a few here and there, but never full-on voice acting through the strolls, so this will save my breath.
I do apologize for the odd request. We wish to explore a little as a breather, but we are unfamiliar with such places in the real world.
Well then, where shall we head first?
Elizabeth, who do you think this man is? He is an extraordinary master of bonds. Even our master admires his skill. I assume. Hence, this master of bonds will help us understand the implications of our words and facilitate our relaxation.
Ah, very impressive indeed. I shall leave it all to you. By the by, additional rewards will be prepared in accordance to how well you meet our expectations.
Alright, you can sense that the two have high expectations for you.
Well, let the tour begin.
Alright, you decide to go walk around the concession alley. The 2nd floor display hall in front of the Go You Gameland.
Go You Gameland? What an enticing ring that has.
Is that so?
I believe some manner of sport is going on over there. Ring toss? Are these rings tossed to rend the air?
You toss them at the poles, definitely like the people, so we'll go for top one.
Do you mean that you toss the rings to split the poles in two?
I don't think that's what we said, Elizabeth.
I've heard of this before. All physical objects have a certain pressure point. Supposedly, striking this point can shatter objects of any size instantaneously. Perhaps I may be able to learn that skill here. Please excuse me.
Right, Elizabeth seems to have jumped to her own conclusions and rushes into Go You Gameland with excitement.
Always the uninhibited child.
Alright, that's what I like about her. I guess we'll go with that one.
You could put it that way, but she sometimes acts in ways that I don't understand. Still, no matter how much we have to indulge her whims, you just can't bring yourself to hate her.
Margaret smiles gently.
I assume she wishes to expand her horizons. Her target of interest is rather mercurial. When you take your eyes off her, she immediately disappears somewhere.
Margaret looks off in the direction Elizabeth ran off to. Did something happen between the two of them? Shall we ask? Yes, sir.
I'm surprised you're the type who would trample into a girl's heart.
Margaret dodges the question. Okay, maybe we should have just ignored it.
Well, I could tell you, you know, about Elizabeth and myself.
Maybe not.
More about what Elizabeth is doing in the world you and I came from. But if I told you that, I'm certain it would leave you rattled. It might even affect your journey. That is why someday, when the time is right, I'll tell you then.
Right, Margaret is looking into the distance.
What could that be?
Margaret starts to walk. You should follow her. A second floor display hall in front of the Cannes Film Festival.
Cannes Film Festival?
Margaret appears to be interested in the film festival. The movie that's about to start is Roast for Yazo Inaba Illusion.
Roast? Does this have some relation to meats?
What are you waiting around for? It's about to begin.
You do get around. Well then, we should go inside.
The two of you follow Elizabeth into the Cannes Film Festival. The movie is a story about a girl working in a slaughterhouse who falls in love with a ghost.
Oh my, this won't do. Something is caught in my eye.
Alright, well here's a handkerchief.
Oh, don't mind me. It must be because of the dust in that classroom. But you truly are the fabled master of bonds. You understand how to treat a lady.
Elizabeth gives you a meaningful smile.
Has the dust affected you as well?
No, I was only lost in thought. There was absolutely nothing to gain from that movie. So I was wondering if that was the auteur's intent.
That won't do, dear sister. Whatever else we might be, we are still girls. The proper reaction would be, oh, that was like totally true love.
Aww, that was like totally true love.
Are you having me on, sister?
She's like emotionless.
Rushing to praise true love and then sobbing over it is the epitome of femininity.
Were you channeling Marie just now?
Marie is an extremely intriguing person, especially those internal screams etched into her stationery. So many words we couldn't have imagined. They're extremely deep, yet they have a mysterious power which makes my heart itch, so that I want to rip it out.
I must agree. She refers to herself as the Little Mermaid, after all.
Indeed, a touch of bitterness fits her mood, like the distance to eternal night.
My strings are cut. I am a marionette. My mind is eroded and I've passed on. My crushed throat gives an eerie sound. Wind passes through it with a sad wheeze. How cold the air is tonight.
How arrogant this world is. How pure this blood of mine is. Infinitely, eternally. Yo, man.
For some reason, the two of them began a poetry contest.
That should do. So, what's your verdict?
Between my sister and I, which of us expressed more pathos? We'd like to hear your opinion.
Oh god, we gotta choose? I don't really want to let any of them down. I think it's a draw, ladies.
Impressive, sister. Your pathos just now truly pierced my brain.
It was a pale shadow of Marie's. Though I must say, you were quite impressive as well.
Alright, the two of them praise each other. Alright, I think we went with the right one, guys. We don't want them fighting amongst each other.
But we cannot be satisfied by what we just produced. A girl is nourished by elation, the thumping of one's heart. I believe that we are somewhat, no, severely lacking in this. It's possible that our femininity has been so depleted that our pathos can't easily rise from within.
That is a possibility. I don't sense any of this elation when I'm with Theo, our master, or Marie. But what is there to do about it?
Oh, I think I might incite some elation in you with this. Here comes the ultimate choice.
Ultimate choice?
Ultimate choice?
Person A is asked the question, who would you rather spend an entire day with? Person B or person C?
Well, I assume we're person A. Hopefully she doesn't ask us.
It's set up so that both the one being chosen and the one making the choice experience the heart thumping.
Heart thumping.
Margaret is looking at you.
Well then, Person A, I ask you this.
Damn, we're person A.
From your point of view, who would be more desirable to spend a day with? Myself or Elizabeth?
This is a very crucial choice. No comment doesn't seem like the right thing to say. Especially those words, not the best words to use. Now I actually do love them both. You'll probably have more of an exciting time with Margaret than with Elizabeth, sorry. But Margaret's still cool in her own way. But I guess I'm gonna have to go with Elizabeth. Sorry to let you down, Margaret. Hope she takes it easy.
I graciously accept your answer.
Alright, she seems happy. Elizabeth seems happy.
Well then, I believe it's about time to take a break on the rooftop.
We leave Concession Alley and head to the food court. Well, we didn't really get a reaction from Margaret. Is that a good thing, or...? Alright, the food court. The three of you decide to take a rest here.
That concludes our request for now. Thank you for your efforts.
No, thank you, ladies.
It's now time to announce the results.
Yeah, so the whole point of this was to give the girls a good time here. The better time we give them, then the better rewards we get. But either way, I think we still would have passed this request.
We will end by delivering a verdict on how much your escorting skills left our hearts thumping. I will go first. You were impressive indeed. My time spent with you was more enjoyable by a large degree than touring alone. You were a truly wondrous man, brimming with wonders. I give you an A+.
Okay, that's awesome. Alright, she appears to be thoroughly satisfied.
Well then, I'm next.
Okay, this way it could go downhill.
Touring the school in this way was a refreshing experience.
Alright, so far so good.
I can't say that it greatly surpassed my expectations, but I can give you passing marks.
Well, it looks as though Margaret is satisfied. Not overly satisfied, but still it's a pass. Regardless, you have filled their request.
Well, I believe we should return to our posts and...
Elizabeth,
Yes, sister?
I don't know what kind of fate brought us to this world, but it brought me joy.
Joy, you say?
Yes, I was able to see you. It's been a while.
A while?
You're a straightforward, reckless, stubborn girl who always bends others to your whims. You haven't changed since back then.
Sister?
Even if we are to be separated someday, no matter what fates we strive for, we'll always be sisters.
I don't truly comprehend what you're saying, but my heart feels overwhelmed with emotion. Why don't we sing that song, like we used to?
Ah, yes, that song.
Okay, I like to hear it.
To grant your passionate request, here is the long-nosed song.
Velvet, velvet, oh velvet, my master has a large
nose.
Wait, is that it? Alright, cool. That was truly artistic. What was that? What was that?
Thank you for listening.
Okay, she doesn't want to
Well
answer.
then, let us return.
Yes, indeed.
That was a cool little moment, but that was dreadful. The two of them seemed very satisfied. Alright, cool. We should go report to the nurse's office. Alright, I guess we'll go hand in that request and we can see what other one we can take on. Alright, so we should almost be at level 50 now. Alright, hopefully you guys did enjoy that one. I actually enjoyed that myself.
Welcome.
It's cool to have the voice acting in that request as well, but we'll hand in this request. So yeah, pretty decent. We get a Pathos recorder.
I truly thank you for completing our request. We've spent some exciting times together through the various chance occurrences. This is something that we sisters have selected for you. You may have it.
Alright, so yeah, we get what I just mentioned. Not sure what it does.
Also a token of my gratitude. Please accept this as well.
And a bonus from Elizabeth, because I think we made her happy during that tour. Alright, a power charge. So that's another move, a skill card we can teach one of our companions.
Perhaps someday in the future, we sisters would consider ourselves fortunate to spend time with you again.
That would be nice. I enjoyed that. Alright, so yeah, that's 3 of us level 50, another 3 to go. Alright, almost there, guys. Alright, Soul Slice. What's this going to replace? Or, so it replaces Hex Slice. Okay, obviously that's going to...
Grown even stronger.
It'll have better results, but then it's going to cost us more to use. I think that move does cost health points. Alright, cool. Naruto's learning. Even she leveled up during that. So that's cool. Alright, back to requests. We'll see what we can have here. I'm thinking about defeating the old doll. Walking time. I wish to take... Oh, I remember that one. Share the fun of a festival. Obtain a happy... Alright. Let's make Zen a collar. Oh yeah. Oh, that's pretty good. I need to talk to Theo about this one.
Are you sure you would like to accept this quest?
11,000 experience points. I guess that's going to be useful.
This quest is...
From Ray. Just like last time, she has given me a note to read to you. Elizabeth produces a piece of paper. Hello, this is Ray. Thanks for accepting this request. I tried marking a collar to give Zen, but it came out all bent and rubbery. I want to ask Theo how I can make it and what material to use, but I can't have Zen with me when I ask. Can you help me out again? I want to give it to him soon, so I'm putting a time limit on this, like last time. Alright, thank you so much, and bye. Alright, so maybe we have to go to the workshop to see
what Theo has to say.
Yeah, so it does say we need to consult Theo, so maybe we need to go to the workshop. Before we do go there, I do want to take another request here, and it was defeat the old doll FOE.
Are you sure you would like to accept this quest?
Yes, please. Don't get much experience points for it, but
thank you for accepting.
I just want to kind of see if we're more than ready to face those FOEs, the doll ones. They're pretty creepy. So
this quest is
defeat the old doe, an FOE, old doe, an FOE that is haunted the evil spirit club. Please bring back a gooey substance as proof of having defeated one. Right, they can be found blocking your path in various locations, but if you plan to fight them, I suggest the 4th story.
May luck be with you.
fourth story. I went to the first one just in case they happen to be a lot easier. But never mind. First we're going to go to Theodore.
Please come again.
And see what materials we may need. So we may actually have to go back into certain labyrinths and gather these materials. I really don't know, but we'll try and find out now.
Welcome.
I've received word from Elizabeth that you have accepted a request that requires you to find a material.
Leave it to me.
Please feel free to ask me anything. I'll do my very best to give you a suitable answer. Right, you think back to the particulars of the request. You have accepted a request to obtain material to make a collar for Zen as a present. I have heard from Elizabeth about this request. I think it is wonderful that you would do this.
This material.
Alright, you'll be able to find material for the spikes from the shadow known as Cyclops within the Eneba Pride exhibit. If you bind their magic, they can be worn as a kind of magical protection. If you bind their magic, okay? Please go find Ray once you obtain them. I'll be making the necessary preparations in the meantime. It seems you can obtain the material by defeating a fierce Cyclops shadow after binding its magic. There doesn't seem to be anything else to our Sophia. Alright, I hope I was able to be of service to you. Alright, cool, at least we know what to do there.
Welcome.
Now, as we've been there so much in recent videos, I guess we're going to go back to the third labyrinth. I guess it's a kind of a breath of fresh air. It's going to be somewhere different.
Your next visit.
So I guess we'll head on there. Fourth floor is where we need to go. So I guess we can dive right into there. Pretty sure it was the Evil Spirit Club. So yeah, we'll start from the final floor, which I believe is maybe the 5th floor? Or 4th? Can't remember now. Alright, last story. So if we go back one, then that should bring us to the 4th floor.
Out!
Oh wait, what's going on? Something there. What the? This is so weird.
This might be a little dangerous.
It's a new type of shadow and it looks really strong too.
Please be careful.
We have not encountered one like this before. Let's be cautious. Oh, and one more thing. There's a strange area up ahead. It's probably that strange spatial void that Elizabeth was talking about.
Aegis, ready for battle.
Alright, that is weird. Oh my god. I may come back to that. Let's try and finish this one first. I'm going to save my game right there. And then we're going to check that thing out. That's pretty creepy. Dang. Alright, so what we want to do here, we want to find these dull FOEs. Alright, what's up, Teddy? Teddy sniffs the air. Oh, this is a request from a while ago. I don't smell anything on this floor. I guess we'll have to wait until we get to the next floor. But I think we need Korichan and with us to actually complete that. But anyway, I'm just looking for the FOEs. We do have one. He's quite a way away. So I'm going to quickly use an item to hopefully prevent any encounters. And we'll make our way there. Alright, seriously, I'm not sure how we would get here. Alright, I think I got this. Yeah, so I'm not really sure why they recommended the 4th floor. I may as well take this while we're at it. Oh, that's it? Damn. Not having much luck recently with those. Alright, not long to go. Is there a shortcut here? Oh, I think I forgot to mark this door down. Let me quickly do this. I just have like an illness with marking things down. Right, the door won't open. What the? You blocking me out? Alright, there must be another way inside. Damn it.
There's 3 of them, but they aren't that scary.
Alright, we're just gonna run here. I kinda wanna save my energy for this FOE. Alright, first time lucky. Okay, what is the door doing there? I'm just confusing myself here. Alright, we may have to go the long way round here, so I guess I'll meet you guys there. Alright guys, we found it, so I guess we'll let encounter us. Alright, here we go. This thing still creeps me out, even though we've leveled up so much since then.
Run! Shoot, try to fight this one.
Dude, we definitely gotta get out of here.
So I guess this is the first proper time we're actually facing this thing. So we need to find out its weakness. So I guess we'll try every element first. Lightning, fire, wind, and we did ice. So I guess we'll try. Oh wow! So our Hex Slice was replaced with this Soul Slice, which costs 120 health points. That's crazy. Medium chance of curse. It's a heavy attack. I guess we'll just use it anyway. Damn, that is
Seriously?
kind of costly. Oh god, come on Yosuke. Really?
I'm counting on you on this.
Alright, not a great start. Alright, well it looks like he could be resistant to fire. Okay, well that definitely worked. He's weak to physical type moves, so
I will show you my power.
that's awesome. Alright, wind's not very good either.
Attacks.
Against slash attacks. Now, got a Soul Shot there. He's actually got quite a lot of health, this guy. So you have to be extra careful. Fire was useless. Let me quickly check. So he's literally resistant to everything there. We should probably try lightning again. We don't really have many slash attacks at all. I think it's just Zen and Ray who have slash attacks. Hopefully these moves won't be too bad either. We may as well. I want to try like a dark type move, but I don't really have any confidence in it. We'll try and put this thing to sleep. Alright, we'll go Soul Slice again. May as well, as we've got the boost. Alright, make sure you land it though. Alright, cool. It does a great amount of damage there.
Seriously?
Can't surprise me. Yosuke, that's twice you've missed now. Alright, Evil smiled. Alright, cool. So it looks like physical works as well. Oh yeah, excellent. So it does work. Not as effective as slash attacks, but still, it's weak to it and it's pretty useful.
Senpai, if you attack now, you'll be damaged too.
Oh, that's not a good idea. We may as well just go Meteor. Alright, Yosuke, you've got to hit this time, alright? Okay. This move's pretty cool. I love this move, so we'll go with that. But looking at his health, we haven't really taken much down. We would have done more than that. Anyway, never mind.
It's all mine.
We'll say, yeah, it deals a lot of damage, but still, this thing must have a lot of health. But I don't think it's going to be too much trouble for us. It may just be a lengthy battle, but it's not really going to be much of a threat to us, I don't think. Or maybe it will be. Okay, I'm getting out of here in a moment. Alright, I don't think we're actually going to defeat this thing, guys. I kind of lost all hope. Oh dear. Did not see that coming at all. That's crazy. Wait, I should have just tried to run there. Alright, I want to at least bring a couple of my people back before we do make the escape. We're definitely going to escape this one, guys. We'll try and bring everybody back here. Then I'll try to escape next turn.
Take care of yourself.
Unless Zen and Ray make the escape here. Which I kind of doubt they will. Alright, oh they actually did. I shouldn't underestimate them.
Okay,
Gotta be confident with my guys.
Can anyone heal you?
Alright, well apologies for that, guys. I really thought we would have been able to defeat that thing. But it does have a lot of health. Kinda makes me wonder, are we actually ready for the final Guardian now? Alright guys, as that last request went horribly wrong, I guess we'll do another one quickly. This one shouldn't take long. We need to go back to the very first Labyrinth. So, a strange spatial void and a new shadow have appeared at the end of You in Wonderland. Defeat the shadow and investigate the spatial void. Yeah, so this was actually the very first request we were able to do. It's just been lying around for a long time now. So I guess it's going to be kind of similar to that thing we just saw in, was it the third Labyrinth? That giant crazy headed shadow we saw. I guess it could be something similar to that. I guess we'll see. Alright. Hold on. Yeah, so there's something there. So it's going to be identical to what we saw earlier on. This one not being a giant head, this being a giant beetle kind of thing.
There's something there.
Alright. It looks strong, apparently.
Sounds like a challenge.
Oh, it looks like there's some kind of weird place in the back. So obviously that's going to be the spatial void we need to explore. Okay.
I'll knock
Let's check
you
it out
to
after
the
we beat
ground.
this thing into the ground. Alright, this thing actually looks pretty tough. I guess we'll give it a go. Alright, so that's just as you in Wonderland. I'm not expecting the toughest of challenges right now.
But it should be easy.
But I'm actually expecting
Alright,
some sort of
here
a
I
challenge,
go.
so we'll see how this goes. We'll try and exploit his weaknesses, first of all. Let's see what we got here. We'll go fire. Alright, and then we did get this new move, Soul Slice. It's very costly, but then again, it's very powerful. So I guess we'll go with it anyway. 120 health points. That's crazy. Anyway, let's see what this thing's got. Oh, so it's weak to lightning. I'm just wondering if this thing's got a lot of health points. I really hope not.
It's all mine.
Damn, physical's not even good. Looks like he's going to be resistant to that. And that. Right there, really. Alright, it's resistant to pretty much everything.
That one's weak against electricity.
Luckily, we do have 3 characters who do know electricity. Doesn't seem like the toughest thing. We dealt a decent amount of damage considering everything was so useless against it. Actually, that was a slash attack what we used earlier. Gigantic Fist. I'm just gonna go Death Counter for now. I'm not really sure what his move pattern is, but we'll see. Right, we want to try and put this thing to sleep. I don't really have any luck putting these things to sleep. Maybe basic shadows, but not giant boss type shadows like this. But anyway, it's not gonna be too much of a problem, so just bear with us, and we should have this over and done with in a moment. The only bad thing is we don't really get rewarded with a great amount of experience points. Can't remember what the item is, but you can get about 1500 experience points, which is kind of nothing. That's really what we're doing right now.
I missed.
Alright. Wait, did Death Counter not work? Oh, I think it only works if they actually attack Minato. Let me read that again. Counter attack whenever uses row as attacked for 3 turns. Well, my row wasn't attacked. Oh no, because the attack was missed. Let's see. Alright, we'll go with that. Yeah, so it looks like we're not going to be able to put this thing to sleep. We'll try Darkness. And we'll go Fun Attack again. So yeah, if we keep getting these sleep boosts, we should be able to finish this within the next 3 turns or so.
Here I go.
Unless we get lucky and get an all-out attack or something. Which doesn't look very likely against this thing. Alright, we'll see if this works. Nah, these bash attacks don't really work too well either. No darkness, so nothing seems to work but lightning. Obviously you haven't tried light yet, but I wouldn't really bother with that. Alright, Death Counter is pretty much useless as well, because I just realised, or remembered, that it's not really, well, it's resistant to physical attacks. So we may as well forget about using that. I guess we'll just go, Dragon Cry. Yeah, so I actually changed my sub persona off screen, and this one's really good. It's actually level 50, and I did get this new move called Dragon Cry. Act first and greatly raise physical attack for 3 turns, which looks really cool. We also added Gigantic Fist, which is surprisingly costly, especially when it's only medium bash attack, but I guess it does attack either side of the enemy. There is other shadows there, there are other shadows there. And because we don't really have the best moveset here, I guess we'll just heal up. No real need to actually do anything. Try and put this thing to sleep again and just continue with the same moves. Yes, obviously we're kind of limited here. But yeah, not ready to go now. I'm actually curious to see what's on the other side. Or behind this wall they speak of, the spatial void. Because we can actually think there's a quest for the first 3 labyrinths to check the spatial void. And eventually we'll probably get one for the 4th labyrinth, maybe when we finally finish that place off. But I'm not sure if the game will actually let you continue playing after completing, because in some JRPG games they do actually restrict that. So it'll be interesting to see. I'll just do a basic attack there. We should be able to finish this in this turn. Alright, come on. Should be the last hit. There we go. Alright, we're getting a sub persona out of this. Alright, lightning type one. I don't think I really need this. But we're taking it anyway.
Now that it's over, I'm
Bug
hungry.
gold.
You're the same
So a new
as
material there.
always.
We may be able to craft something cool with it. But anyway,
You're so cool.
check this out. Well, now that the shadow's gone, let's check what's inside. Alright, this place doesn't look very...
Senpai, your energy is
Promising.
getting low. Be careful.
Here goes nothing. Oh, so this is actually where we fought the first Guardian, but there's something inside the chest now. There's something in front of you.
Huh? You're joking, right?
Elizabeth stuck her hand in this thing. You try reaching out towards it.
So, what do you think?
Hey, don't tell me a shadow's gonna blast out. Right, the void disappears, leaving behind a spherical object in your hand. You obtain the yellow orb.
Thank goodness.
I wonder what this sphere is, but I'm feeling a really strong force coming from it. It doesn't appear as you'll need to investigate any further. As if you're... You should try going to the nurse's office. Alright, we may as well save our... Wait, can we go back through it? Yes, we can. We'll save our items and just exit this way. Alright, so I'm actually curious to see what this thing is. Maybe we have to collect 4 different orbs or something like that. Fuse them together, I really don't know. We'll find out, see what Elizabeth says.
Welcome.
Alright, let's hand in this request. Oh, we get a merit badge as well as our item. Alright, we hand it over.
As
Oh,
I
so the sphere
expected.
did appear. Elizabeth stares intently into the sphere. As I gaze into this ball, I feel a very strange sensation coming over me.
If I were to put this in an analogy,
The origin of every life form, the natural order in which the seasons are repeated over and over.
I have
The sphere will
decided.
be called the Sphere of Vicinity. I will not hear any objections against it. Please remember that. Alright, she puts the sphere away in her pocket. Wait, we can't keep it?
Now,
Now then, onto the reward as I promised. I gave you this marvellous thing.
this will be your
Alright,
reward.
cool. Well, thank you for the merit badge. I guess we'll check that out. Oh, wait, what about the experience points? There we go. Yeah, so pretty much useless. We actually got more experience for taking out the giant beetle. But never mind, that's going to be our last request of the video. We'll definitely attempt the 4th
Please, come
Guardian in the next video. We'll quickly see what this merit badge does for us. Alright, power charge, we've got there, another skill card. Bug gold, I actually want to cash in and see what we can actually craft with that. Alright, anyway, where is it? Merit badge. Max HP and SP plus 10, all stats plus 1. Now that's pretty good, that's pretty promising, I kind of like that, so I'll probably assign it to somebody, I'm not really sure who yet, but yeah, we'll leave things as that. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. In the next one, we'll definitely attempt that 4th Guardian. So yeah, until then, have a great day. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do want to see any more requests, let me know. And as always, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.